Welcome back to the Bronx Journal, more specifically our special episode entitled Cuisines of the Bronx. My next guest is a man by the name of Dan Srdoc, and he is here to tell us about an establishment situated in an area of the Bronx which is notorious for superb eateries, namely City Island. In a relatively short time since its reopening, it's become a landmark among the locals for both good food and a great time. Dan, welcome to the Bronx Journal.
Thank you very much.
Now, the Alehouse City Island was not always called that. In fact, the establishment itself has been around for about 20 some odd years.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about the change in hands? It's gone through a couple of name changes. And
It has. It was known as Rhodes for a very long time, and then it had several one-year owners. Then it changed to Brian Dempsey's, and now it's Alehouse City Island.
So what was the key in the decision to take over the restaurant and make it your own?
The restaurant itself, I believe, has been a landmark in the area for quite a while, and I enjoy the area. I like the people there, so we decided to open there.
You have any plans to expand to other parts of the Bronx, or maybe?
We do. We need to perfect this one first, and then if all goes well, we'd like to expand to other areas as well.
I've told that to some of my other guests, all about the delegation of authority. You get that in place first. I'm seeing here what I'm believing are some of your more popular dishes.
Yes.
Why don't you elaborate a little bit about what I'm seeing here?
Well, right in the middle, what you're seeing is a double-double. It is our double bacon cheeseburger. It's roughly about 1 pound of meat and a nice amount of hand-cut fries. Mm-hmm. On the right-hand side, it is our Alehouse burger, which has...
Is that to your right or to stage right?
To my right is the Alehouse. It's caramelized onions. It is homemade guacamole. And then to my left over here, we have a Chicago hot dog. And we also have a Baconator, which is a bacon-wrapped hot dog with all the trimmings on it.
Wow. I'm saying to myself, if I ever went to a bacon festival, I'm going to see two things, the bacon-flavored vanilla sundae and what we see here. But this looks a little bit more appetizing.
Yes, it does.
Alehouse City Island also is known for having several types of beers. I think there's over 100 to choose from.
There is. The list is climbing. We do have about 30 additional taps that will be installed in March. And right now we probably have about 110 different bottled beers, including a bacon-flavored beer.
Wow. And you have something where people can enjoy all of this variety called the beer garden.
Absolutely. We do have an outdoor area, patio, seating for about 40 people. You could eat out there, you can drink out there. It's nice to have an outdoor area.
Wow. I'm sure it also is nice to have some friendly competition amongst the other restaurants on the strip, City Island Avenue. Would you say it's pretty friendly?
I believe it's friendly, and competition is always good. I think it keeps everybody on their toes, makes everybody strive, to do a little better.
Yeah. You able to fit a lot of people at one time in the Alehouse at any given night?
Indoors, I believe we could fit about 85 people, and then we could probably fit another 50 outdoors as well.
And you've had, I'm sorry.
No, and we are looking into outdoor seating that'll be in front of the restaurant as well.
What are your thoughts on the fact that it costs the same for a restaurant in the Bronx to have an outdoor seating license as it does an establishment in Manhattan?
Right. Obviously, we're not getting the same foot traffic that Manhattan does. It would be better if the license wasn't as expensive, but you have to play by the rules that the city sets. So.
Right. As long as it keeps them coming in or staying out and enjoying themselves.
As long as everybody has a good time and everybody enjoys what they're paying for, should be okay.
Yeah. You have several special events.
We do Trivia Tuesdays. Mm-hmm. We have karaoke on Thursdays. We have a live DJ every Friday. We do bands on Saturday. And we try to fill the rest of the days with just good times and friends and patrons that come out and support us.
Would you say the staff gets along with each other?
Yeah, they do.
People in the kitchen and waiters and waitresses.
Yeah, we don't seem to have a problem. We try to be relaxed, and we hash out our problems. We do have our meetings. They're monthly at this point, but when we do have problems, we try to address them as they come along.
So whenever fistfights break out along the bar, do you have appropriate music for the background on the jukebox?
Oh yeah, there's Rocky songs playing all the time.
Tell me about, besides this, are there any other dishes that you'd say that you have that no one else offers?
Absolutely.
That aren't so much standard, but that...
From what I hear, our wings are pretty fantastic, and we just started serving fried Oreos with vanilla ice cream.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've heard of fried Oreos, but fried Oreos, and you said with no ice cream or with ice cream?
With vanilla ice cream.
Wow, tempting.
Yeah.
So would you say that, do you currently, I'm sorry, what I meant to say was, do you have any kind of delivery or catering services?
We do not deliver currently. We do have pickup so far. If the business grows, we'll definitely do deliveries as well.
Yeah.
Locally, but as of right now, we do not.
How late is your kitchen open on any night? If somebody has a craving, can they come by at 5 in the morning, or that's kind of stretching it?
We close at 4 a.m. On weekends, our kitchen is open till 4 a.m. Weekdays, we close at midnight. But again, if there's need for longer hours, we'll keep them open longer.
Would you say that a lot of your repeat business or your repeat clientele comes from word of mouth?
It does, absolutely. Absolutely. It's mostly about, you know, treating your customers well and giving them what they want, giving them good quality product, and that seems to keep them coming in.
How important is the business, the location? I mean, at this point, do you feel that you're really in a strategic part of the city, let alone City Island?
Location, I believe, is always important. We're sort of located in the middle, so I mean, if you're going, you know, to the far end of the island, you're bound to pass us clearly. Other than that, it's obviously it's important to have a great location, but we're pretty happy with where we are.
Yeah. You have any advice for up-and-coming restaurants, given the current economic climate that we have? It's certainly not the easiest thing in the world to do.
Correct, I do. I would say the biggest thing is not to give up on what you're doing, regardless. You're going to have good times, you're going to have bad times, and I think it's important to ride out the bad times because there's always better times, you know, waiting in store.
Well, you know, it's like there's a difference between, it's like I said, because I've been a business owner myself, you know, there's a difference between a challenge and no contest.
Sure.
And I don't like to think that running a business of any kind is easy.
No.
You know, it's a challenge when times are good. Sometimes when it's bad, it can be no contest.
Right.
You know?
Right. You got to be prepared to keep, you know, put in long hours and deal with problems as they come. And that's about it.
And sometimes a lot of the labor is its own reward.
It is.
You know,
it is. I think it's good. It's nice, you know, it's nice to have a nice packed place. It's nice to have people come in, have a good time at, you know, your bar. So it's, you do get a good feeling providing, you know, something like that to people, giving them a place they look forward to going to. So that in itself is a reward. But, you know, again, to anybody who's considering owning a restaurant and or a bar, be prepared to put in your long hours and be prepared to deal with problems as they come.
Would you say that we had probably the worst economic downturn since the 30s?
Yes.
In the last couple of years, and it's affected a lot of businesses. When I was running a construction equipment business, it was affecting a lot of the people that were buying my tools, where their customers couldn't pay them, they couldn't pay me, and it just disrupted everything. Would you say the restaurant industry on many levels was affected pretty harshly?
No, absolutely. I think you see an increase in prices just due to fuel costs. And, you know, food costs always go up. So, yeah, you're definitely affected. But, you know, I think we're also limited to how much we can charge someone for the same product they bought, you know, the previous year. Yeah. So it's, you know, it's sort of a challenging game to play to stay competitive, but at the same time, you know, not to lose your shirt.
Well, there's an old credo that it's a win-win situation when you have, even if it isn't just a bar, if you have a restaurant and then there's a section of it where people frequent it because of the bar aspect, that good times are bad, people are going to drink to celebrate or they're going to drink to drown their sorrows.
I believe that's true, yes. So I guess in that way we're lucky to be in the bar business, but at the same time I think just as people, I don't think you want to see anybody struggling or going through hard times, and unfortunately I think right now everybody's going through a tough time for the most part. So I believe we just have to ride them out, and you know, better times are coming.
Would you say that you're deriving more of a profit from your drink menu or from your food menu?
It's definitely drink. There's not a lot of a profit in food. Most of it is drink. But again, it's important to have a place where you could eat and drink at the same time, I believe.
So what are your more popular drinks? I mean, with people, are they flocking for most of the beers that you have? Do you have any kind of special cocktails that you've come up with, or one of the bartenders?
The beers, I believe the beers will take a little bit of a little time to catch on. You know, the area itself is known just for domestic local beers, so it'll take a little time for, all our new beers to, get the word out and get people interested in them, and get like the real beer lovers to come out and enjoy them. But our liquors are doing pretty good too. Yeah, it's not just beers.
How much experience combined with where you are now and in the past have you had as a restaurant owner or manager?
I have not. I am a contractor. I do construction. I have business experience with that, but the bar itself, it's sort of been learn as you go, and try not to repeat the same mistake twice.
Well, not repeat the same mistake. If you want to repeat the same mistake twice, that means you really want to get good at it.
Correct.
Dan, where can we find you?
You could find us at 288 City Island Avenue in City Island. We have a website. It's AleHouseCityIsland.com. We're also at 718-885-1813. And we have a Facebook page. It's Alehouse City Island, where you can find us as well.
Do people need to make reservations?
No, you never need to make a reservation.
Yeah, no pretense, just walk in and enjoy yourself.
Absolutely right.
No. Dan, listen, I want to thank you very much for being on the show.
Thanks for having us.
We've been speaking with Dan Srdoc, and the restaurant is Alehouse City Island, a place that, although it's surrounded on all sides by water, it's one place that Hurricane Sandy couldn't manage to topple. I'm Jamie Blair, and this concludes our special edition of the Bronx Journal, Cuisine of the Bronx.